Hello Bookish Brits, Andrew here, and I'm trying something new. This might not work, but I thought as still in self-isolation, I'm going to try and do a reading vlog. Do not hold your breath for too long. This is not going to work. So, this has just come out, and I'm going to try and read it, even though I am not in a really reading mood. So, I'm ready. I've tried this without the dress jacket, so let's go. Wish me luck. Quick stop, different day, hence really fluffy hair. And I am very slow. I think I'm halfway through chapter 3. I'm on page 44. So, halfway through chapter 3, and so many things have happened. So, Tigress, who we met in Mockingjay, is Snow's cousin. That's unexpected. Snow and his family while they live in the capital, are basically as poor as they can be. That's another development that no one saw coming. And he is given the girl from District 12 as to be his mentor, because it's the first year of the mentors. Basically because the guy who's in charge of the Hunger Games, who basically picked the names for who gets who gets who to mentor, basically did it because he found out that Snow, certain time ago, gave him a really awful nickname, and he's like, I'm going to sabotage your chance to go to university and to get that by giving you every bad chance you're going to get. So it's very, very weird. It's a very different book because it's written in third person, not first, because the trilogy was written in Katniss' point of view. There's something very clinical about this, and well, first of all, we know no one from District 12 has ever won the Hunger Games before Katniss came along. So, we're fairly certain she is going to die, the girl from District 12. And we know Snow is going to get into position of being the president. Whether that happens in this book or not, I don't know. I've got to keep reading, but this is going to be a very slow book. I already can tell that this is going to really divide people. It's either people going to really, really love it and think it's a fantastic prequel, or people are going to be really, really hating it. I've already seen a lot of reviews online of 5-star reviews and 2-star reviews, and I haven't read them yet because I'm going in very, very slow. Let's see what Fans on. It's Sunday and I've read 50 pages. I'm on page 193. And something happened. And I'm not happy because I don't want to read a romance. No. Just no. No. Mm-mm. I've just realised something. This book is 517 pages long. I'm on page 219. The book's right under my phone, so that's why I'm looking down. And they've just got into the Hunger Games. They're on the first night of the Hunger Games, the 10th Hunger Games. So 2 people are already dead. 3 if you include Marcus. 300 pages. We've got less than 300 pages. That can't be just a game. That can't be just a game. There has to be more to it. But I don't know where this is going. Does it end with Snow being president? Where is this going? Oh, don't know. Help. Fans on, so that's the background noise. Page 235, and I am so tempted to DNF. I'm practically halfway through, and I'm so tempted to DNF it and just read something else. And with everything that's happening in the news at the moment, with Dominic Cummings, we shall see. Okay, so I've just turned on the oven for my food. I'm on, I think I'm 72% in. Hang on, I'm on page 374, 375. And so that's part 3. I've considered DNFing this twice today. But part 3 feels like the part that I can actually get into. The pacing's a lot quicker. Stuff is happening a lot more, whereas the first 2 chapters just feel like parts have been very... I still don't understand this book. I don't understand this book. I don't understand if this book was wanted or needed. I'm trying to figure out the purpose of this. Once I figure that out, I'll be fine. But at the minute, it's just very... I keep frowning. It's a slog. This book is a long slog. And I really want to get this done and dusted. Because I want to start reading other books. I want to read a lot more adult NM romances. That I seem to be doing a lot of on lockdown. And I want to start reading the first Lockwood and Co. book. Because us lot on Bookish have said we're going to try and read that in the next few weeks. So, yeah, I need to finish this. I just want this to end well. I know it's not. I feel like I'm set up for massive disappointment. I'm re-recording this because the first time I did it, I wasn't happy. And I need to move my hand down, but if I do that... solar flare! So, bear with me a second as my hand's in a slightly odd position. But yes, I am done. I am done. I had about 100 pages left to go, and I read that all morning. I think I started at 9:30, and I kept going to about 1:45 in the afternoon. But it's done. Thank goodness. Initial thoughts, because I'm going to have a bit of a think and come back to you guys on it. It's a bit of a slog of a read. Part 3 is better than part 1 and part 2. Part 3, which is The Peacekeeper, is better than part 1 and part 2, which is The Mentor and The Prize. I think that's because the pacing's better, it's a little tighter, things are coming together a lot more quicker. But the book does have a pacing problem. There's no way around it. I can't explain it. I think I'm still having that issue of trying to figure out why this is here, why this was written, and why, just why. The trilogy was good on its own. It did not need this installment. But I'm going to have a sit down, I'm going to have a think. I was going to read Lockwood and Co., but I am going to hold fire with that and probably read something else before I do read that, because I can't go from this then into something probably just as dark, but I don't know how dark Lockwood and Co. is. So I'm going to read something very light, very fluffy, very romantic. I need romance. I need a happy ever after, especially with the news that's happening this week. But yes, let me have a think, and I'll get back to you with my reading vlog on my phone. It's a bad quality, so we'll see. Okay, so a week has gone past, and I have been literally thinking about this, about my feelings on this, because I generally thought my feelings of this would change once I finished the book, because I gave you an instant reaction to how I finished the book and other bits and pieces. And I think most of you guys saw from my reading vlog that I found this quite a challenge. I read it in the space of a week on self-isolation, and that's quite good for me. Reading and doing this sort of science book in the space of a week is good. So the fact I did it, but you guys saw how many times I videoed and said, I want to stop reading this book, I want to put this book down, I'm not enjoying it, but because I have a certain amount of affection for the Hunger Games trilogy, I really wanted to keep going. And I kept thinking, something's going to happen. There's going to be a reason that it's written this way, and my brain is going to click and go, oh, that's why. And that's the best way to describe this, I think. It felt like I was constantly reading it, and it felt like I'd missed something, like I'd missed a step. So I'm reading it, and I'm going, I feel like I've missed something here. I feel like I've gone too far, I've read the book too fast, or I've missed a vital piece of information that everyone else sees and everyone else loves, and that's why I was giving this book 4 or 5 stars. And I'm literally there going, it's too dense, it's too philosophical, it's trying too hard, nothing's happening, and that was the main problem. I have seen a lot of reviews say that this book they liked parts 1 and part 2, but they didn't like part 3. Whereas, as you guys know, I was the opposite. I liked part 3. I didn't like part 1 and part 2 because I thought it was just me. There was one point early in the book I generally had a horrible feeling that President Snow was going to be Katniss's grandfather. And hence me going, nope. If that's the romance that's happening in this book and that's where this is going, I am going to be very, very knocked by it. I think I'm really, really disappointed. It's okay, it's average, but there's nothing new here. I think that's the problem. If you're going to write me a prequel to a well-loved series and trilogy, giving me an origin story, origin story, give me an origin story. Give me something new, something which I will read in the future books or series, whatever, and I go, that's why he's doing that. That's why she's doing that. That's why X and Y have to happen. But this was nothing. It was nothing. It was a waste of 500. Not a waste. Let's rephrase that. It's not a waste of it. I get what she's trying to do. She's trying to be philosophical over it of nature versus nurture and what Snow does, but it didn't really do anything. There was no real point to it. And I think it was the main point here. I was expecting something to happen that I think a way to describe it to some people, I think I've said it, is I feel like I think I said it earlier on in this video, so I'm gonna have to rewatch this to make sure I edit it, and if I have, then I'm gonna edit this section out. But I said it always feels like I've done a misstep, like I've missed something vital, and I didn't see it. I don't see it. And plus also, this feels like it's a prequel to something that's more to come, because there were so many loose ends in here that made me annoyed, like Tigress's storyline. Because as we see her in this book, she's still very close to Snow. She is very, they're cousins, they're loyal to each other. And yet with Mockingjay, we have her who is part of the rebellion. She wants Snow to die. I think she even, in the book, she purrs. She purrs with pleasure when Katniss says, I'm going to kill him. Do you have any issue with that? And that's not here. That's the thing I want to know. Why is Tigress's thing? Why is these ideas? Why is this thing happening? Why is X happening? Why is Y happening? I gave this 2 stars on Goodreads. I think that literally says it all. I think some people are going to really like this and they're going to class this as like vital reading. Other people like myself are just looking at this and going, what the hell's the point of it? And I think, I feel like I've wasted money with this book. That's the thing that annoys me. I bought this book out of my own money. And when I buy books out of my own money, I want this book to be good. I don't, if it's on like £1 on my Kindle, or like 90p on my Kindle, or, second-hand shop, I don't care. But I nearly paid 12 quid. I think I paid over 12 quid for this on pre-order. And I feel like, and what's worse is, what's worse? There's a note at the back where she thanks all the people. There's something here that says that she thanks her editor, David Leviathan, who's a very well-known and well-respected author. So that's cool. That's a really big thing. I need to find it now. Which says, she says something like the lines of, forging that title, trimming those unwieldy passages, and arranging the manuscript handoffs at where else the Shakespeare. So this book was longer. This book was longer. And this is a dense, so dense. I feel like, yeah, I'm not gonna read this again. I'll read the other, I want to reread the trilogy again, so I'm planning, I might do Hunger Games in maybe next year, when I do another, or later this year when I'm in the mood to do any more, but I think at the present moment in time, I don't want to. I have no intent to. I want to read very happy and light thing, and, because my brain can't cope. The reading the past few weeks have been really quite light and fluffy and romantic, and that's all I'm gonna need. So that's it. I don't know if this reading looks good or not. This is about 6 or 7 minutes long, this section. So what do you think of this? Did you read it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you? Tell me how it is. Okay, so thank you all for watching this experimental video. I don't know if this is good or not, so like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment down below. You know the drill. You're smart readers. I trust your judgment. And yeah, I'll chat to you guys later.